In a small village nestled at the edge of a dense and mysterious forest, there lived a brother and sister named Hansel and Gretel. They were young, innocent, and full of life, with hearts as sweet as honey and spirits as bright as the morning sun. Their father, a woodcutter, had recently remarried after their mother's passing, but their stepmother was as cruel as the winter wind and as heartless as the darkest night. She was a woman consumed by greed, envy, and malice, and she resented Hansel and Gretel for being reminders of her husband's previous life. As the days passed, the stepmother's hatred for the children grew, and she began to plot against them. She convinced their father to abandon them in the forest, promising him that they would be better off without the burden of raising two young children. The father, blinded by his love for his new wife and his own selfish desires, reluctantly agreed to the plan. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the father took Hansel and Gretel deep into the forest, promising them that they would have a wonderful adventure. But as they walked, Hansel, being the clever and resourceful boy he was, began to suspect that something was amiss. He overheard the father and stepmother's conversation and realized that they were planning to abandon them. Determined to find their way back home, Hansel filled his pockets with breadcrumbs, hoping to mark their path and follow it back to the village. But as they journeyed deeper into the forest, the birds ate the breadcrumbs, leaving Hansel and Gretel lost and alone. The forest was a place of wonder and terror, full of towering trees, sparkling streams, and hidden dangers. Hansel and Gretel wandered through the forest, hand in hand, their hearts pounding with fear and their spirits lifted by their love for each other. As the night wore on, they stumbled upon a house made entirely of candy and cakes. The door was made of gingerbread, and the windows were made of sugar glass. The house was a marvel of wonder, a place of magic and enchantment. But little did Hansel and Gretel know, the house belonged to a wicked witch who had built it to lure children and eat them. The witch was as old as the forest itself, with a heart as cold as ice and a spirit as dark as the night. She had been waiting for Hansel and Gretel, and she welcomed them with a warm smile and a wicked glint in her eye. The witch trapped Hansel and Gretel, planning to cook and devour them. She locked Hansel in a cage and forced Gretel to work as her servant. But Gretel was clever and resourceful, with a heart full of love and a spirit full of courage. She outsmarted the witch by pushing her into the oven and baking her alive. Hansel and Gretel then escaped the candy house, taking some of the witch's jewels and wealth with them. As they journeyed back through the forest, they stumbled upon a wide dock that helped them cross a river. Eventually, they found their way home, where they were welcomed back with open arms by their father, who had realized his mistake and was overjoyed to see his children again. The stepmother, however, was punished for her cruelty, and Hansel and Gretel lived happily ever after with their father. They never forgot their adventure in the forest and the lessons they learned along the way, the importance of bravery, wit, and the unbreakable bond of siblings, T.